Hi, how's it going? Welcome to our first video. This is GenTech, and the title of this video is How is your A20? Today, we will be talking about some features of the A20, like the design, the display, the battery, the software, and everything else which we're going to cover up in this video. We are also going to talk about the prices and different models, but first we are going to go through some key features that this phone has and represents. Now, this phone has a 13 megapixel f1.9 main camera and a 5 megapixel ultra wide. It also has a flash, it comes with a fingerprint scanner, and it also has a beefy 4000 mAh battery. Those are some key features. Now let's move on to the next ones. Now let's talk about the display. This is a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED 720p display. It has an Exynos processor, 3GB of RAM, 32GB of memory, and a micro SD card slot, which means it has expandable storage. Now let's see what does it have on the bottom of the phone. We have a 3.5mm headphone jack on the left, in the center we have a Type-C port, and on the right side we have a mono speaker. If we look on the left side of the phone, we can see the SIM card slot, which has expandable storage. Turning to the right side, we can see the power button and the volume rockers. Now, if you look at the top of the phone, we have an 8 megapixel selfie camera with f.2 aperture and a microphone hole. Now, let's talk about the things that you get with your phone. Of course, you get the original box, you get the phone, you also get a 15-watt fast charger, which is the same found as on the older Samsung, let's say for example S8. You also get a 1-meter cable for charging, and thank God it's Type-C, which means this is a pretty good deal for a phone in this price point. I mean, it is a budget phone after all. And also, it depends on the region which you live in, because we are in Europe, so we have a lot of American models, and they do come with an American charger, but you always get the adapter for free, which is always really nice to see. Like we said before, this is a Super AMOLED. It's a 720p display, which is not really Samsung-like in this category, but we can't actually complain because this is a big display. It's bright, it has great color accuracy, it's really good for the eyes. I mean, it's just beautiful to look at if you're not a pixel geek, so it is really nice to look at it. Now, also, like we said, it shows bright colors where they should be. It has dark colors where they should be dark or black, let's say. And also, the 720p is the max resolution. You can't bump it up to 180 if you want. You can't. So that's the only downfall, I guess, or downgrade, but it doesn't matter much if you don't know much about displays. So overall, a really good display. Like we said, it's a big display, it's great for media consumption, and just watching YouTube or movies overall, you are really gonna enjoy it. Just watch out for burn-in, because that does occur after a few years on every Super AMOLED display. Now, as far as music goes, this is still a single speaker, because you can't get dual speakers in this category. Now, it's loud, it has a little bit tinny sound, but you are still going to be able to enjoy the music or anything that you're actually listening to on your phone. Now, let's talk about performances. It has 3GB of RAM and an Exynos processor. It's good, it's really good for some medium or let's say low demanding games, but it's really gonna struggle and heat up, at least in our case, when you play some demanding games. So our advice is just don't make it struggle a lot, and that's it. Everything else is gonna work perfectly fine. I chose Alto's Odyssey because it is my favorite game and I play it on every single phone I have. After this, we are also going to talk about picture quality. We've taken a few examples with our main camera and one with ultra wide. So here are the shots and enjoy. This phone packs overall a really good punch for the price tag that it has. It's 150 euros in Europe, and that is a really good deal, especially for a new phone of this category. It really represents something new in Samsung direction, and yeah, you are missing on some features, let's say wireless charging or water resistance, or I don't know, maybe some materials like metal or glass sandwiches, but it doesn't matter. If you're not a really big power user of the phone, this phone is gonna fit you perfectly. It's really good in everything that it does. It does come in a few color variants, being black, white, kind of orange, and in red color. This one is the product red that we have, and it looks stunning, even though it's plastic. We've also prepared some slow-mo footage for you, so you can enjoy that too. Talking about the software, it flies through this phone, okay? It has some cool features like the dark mode, and the apps are sketchy. It's a joy to use this phone in everyday situation. As far as software is concerned, we can't really tell if it's gonna get the last major software update. At least one more year and that's it. The fingerprint scanner is respectably fast. It does miss a few times if you have sweaty fingers or dry hands, but our advice is to actually take the same fingerprint scanner of the same fingerprint a few times, 3 or 4 times, and then it'll work the trick. Speaking about the design, like we said, it's plastic, it has a small chin and a V-shaped cutout notch. Now, is the A20 worth it in 2020? Of course it is, if you are a user with a low budget and you want some new Samsung fresh experience. This was our first video on the channel GenTech. Free feel to share, like and subscribe. If you like, comment what you saw and tell us if you missed something. Take care and we hope to see you in the next video.